In mid 1870s, Birsa, it was born as, and as an adolescent, he had heard about the golden age when there were no Dikus, no oppressors or the Britishers, they were around them. He soon felt the necessity of a revolt against the Dikus to regain the land rights, land and freedom of tribal people. In 1895, Birsa to gave up drinking as the liquor and stop believing in the black magic. His disciples grew in number. He was seen by them as an incarnation of God. Incarnation of God. So their followers, they possessing the various supernatural powers, they refer to him as the Birsa Bhagwan. Birsa Bhagwan. People, they paid as a devotion directly to the Birsa Munda because of his ideologies. The popularity of a Birsa Munda alarmed the British government, That was a worry. It was as a matter of the worry for the Britishers because their political importance increasing day by day in parts of tribal areas. Political importance of Birsa Munda, it increasing day by day in tribal areas. He re-established the golden age of Munda rule. The British authorities arrested him on charges of writing. He was jailed for the 2 years and released in 1897. Birsa Munda, it was released in 1897. 1897. Birsa, it started organizing a fighting force by offering training to the youngsters in the use of arrows, bows, and sword. He addressed the secret meetings. In forest lands to encourage the people to fight against oppressors. He advised the Munda farmers not to pay revenue to company officials. The Mundas, under the leadership, attacked missionaries, those Christian missionaries which visited the tribal areas where tribals, they forced to accept the Christianity. Birsa Munda, it also has opposed the Christian missionaries and the government officials and the police stations also. They raised a wild flag as a symbol of Birsa Raj. Note it down. Birsa Munda, it was used as the white flag as the symbol of Munda Raj, Birsa Raj. In February 1900, Birsa was arrested for the second time and he passed away in jail. He died in jail. Munda rebellion led to an enactment of the newer law, Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act of 1908. Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act. Chota Nagpur Act of 1908. 1908. In this, according to this act, According to this act, it assured local authorities, local Munda communities, they can possess the land rights. Munda community, it can possess land rights. Land rights means they can use their land for their cultivation without any restriction. Such restrictions which were earlier imposed by the Britishers through enactment of forest law. Through enactment of forest law, such restrictions, these were removed by the Britishers through that act, Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act of 1908, in which the Munda community, it can only possess the land rights. Possess, they can control their lands as per their own without any restrictions. The movement showed that the tribal people had the capacity to protest against the injuries inflicted by the British government. Now here the question has arisen, what were the issues targeted by Birsa Munda for their revolt? What were the issues which opposed by Birsa Munda for their revolt? Yes, Saumil, what happened? Saumil, any problem?
सर ये वाला मेरा नेट पे खराब हो रहा है, वो ये वाला आपने जो क्वेश्चन दिखाया वो मेरे को ठीक।
Birsa, what were the issues which were responsible for the Munda rebellion or a revolt by the Birsa Munda? First, introduction of Christianity in tribal areas. Second, introduction of Christianity in tribal areas. First is introduction of Christianity in tribal areas. Second, enactment of forest law, those laws which restricted the tribals to enter in forest lands. So such forest law, they enacted and restricted the shifting, cultivation, hunting, gathering of food from the forest lands. That's why the Birsa Munda agitated, it opposed, it revolted against of the Britishers. Clear? Second, as the forest law, enactment of forest law. Third, procurement of tribal society. Yes, Manasvi.
सर एक बार फिर रिपीट कर दोगे, आज से इंटरनेट सही नहीं चल रहा।
First is the enactment of forest law. Second, as introduction of Christianity. In introduction of Christianity, the devotion, the religious customs of a tribal society, these were hurted. And third one, procurement of tribal society. Such tribals which were forced by the Britishers to move away from their native lands towards others. So the procurement of tribal society against of this act of a liquor, drinking liquor. Alcohol introduced by the Britishers, Birsa Munda, it worked against of it for procurement of tribal society. procurement of tribal society. Clear? Procurement of tribal society. In 1895, when the Birsa urged his followers to recover their glorious past, he talked to a golden age in the past and Satyug. When the Britishers they heard this news, they considered this as the attack over or the conspiracy against of a British Empire. Conspiracy against of British Empire. That's why as the Birsa Munda, it revolted against of Britishers. It revolted against of Britishers. So at that time, the Britishers, these were the worried, and they started to drive out the missionaries, moneylanders, and the Hindu landlords and the government. They started as a work against of the tribals inhabiting in a forest lands. The land policies of the Britishers, they basically as destroying the tribal culture. How? Through the land revenue systems. Britishers collected as the higher revenue and exported the forest goods, the goods obtained from the forest lands towards the other countries for the more profits. In 1897, Birsa Munda, he began touring the villages to gather the support from the various number of other tribes. He used the traditional symbols and the languages to rouse people, urging them to destroy the Ravana or Dikus as the foreigners, foreign powers or Britishers, and establish a kingdom under the leadership. Birsa's followers began targeting the symbols of Deku and European power. They attacked the police station, churches, and raided the property of moneylenders and zamindars. They raised the white flag as a symbol of Birsa Raj. Note it down or mark on your textbooks. White flag as the symbol of their Birsa Raj. Clear? This was our chapter, Tribals, Dikus, and a vision of golden age. Vision means that golden age which persists before of the advent of the Britishers. That golden age, for the appearance, the work of tribals, because pre-British age, it was a time when Muslim rulers were living in India, but their rules were favorable for the other communities. They ruled over a country with supportive policies for the common masses, not like as a Britishers, which tried to exploit people for their well-being. At the earlier phase, Britishers started as exploited the rulers by taking as a power in their hand. Then afterwards, they started to infiltrate in economic conditions of Indians. Then they started to attack over the social customs of society. Clear? So any questions related with this much of a chapter? Sorry. Yes? Any questions? As an independent from the British control, their territories where he directly as opposed the Christian missionaries. He attacked on police stations. So Birsa Raj, it began as earlier before of his death or arrest. Clear? When he died in 1900, afterwards the government took as a step through which the next time such kind of a revolt, it can't happen. For which Britishers, they states that those areas where the Munda community inhabiting such lands, it will be as a procured by them and it will possessed by them throughout the life. There will be no infiltration or no interference by the Britishers in such lands. Because of the efforts of Birsa Munda, Britishers took that step of enactment of Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act in 1908. 1908. First, the movement occurred. Afterwards, the movement steps took by the Britishers for the modification of society. For example, Mahatma Gandhi started a number of the movements for the freedom struggle. After the non-cooperation movement of 1990 and 1920, Britishers started to take as a steps through which the people, those people which were not satisfied, which were not accepted as the British policies, which can be as benefited. But due to the act of Britishers in 1927, in which they start to charge more tax on a basic item like salt, then the Mahatma Gandhi, it organized as the civil disobedience movement, in which as a salt march, Dandi March, it was organized in 1930. Dandi March, ये पढ़ा होगा आपने. Salt March, it was organized by the Mahatma Gandhi. Why? Because when the Britishers, they changed their policy. After the civil disobedience movement, Britishers accepted the demands of Mahatma Gandhi and their supporters. Then again, peaceful conditions prevails 1930 towards 1942. In 1942, the Mahatma Gandhi started quit India. Reason? Because Britishers done as again one more injustice, as false promises with the Congress. Anybody else? We will discuss about them in 11th chapter. Tribal chiefs, most of tribal chiefs lost their administrative powers and authority. Second point, the tribal tradition of joint ownership of land was disrupted. The tribal tradition of joint ownership of land was disrupted means that land which occupied by the tribals, one tribal community from a generation of a land, it disrupted by the enactment of the forest law. Yes, Jayant?
Sir, kindly repeat last point of last question.